seconds left. Cleveland triggers in. James, 2 seconds, 1 second for the win. Oh! LeBron James delivers. That's a winner in Cleveland.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 4th episode of Icons of the Game official podcast. In this episode, we will be talking about basketball, a sport where leadership and consistency can be done on and off the court. Our special guest that we are bringing on the show today is none other than arguably the best basketball player to ever step on the court, LeBron James. Thanks for being on the line, LeBron.
Wow, what a great introduction. Honestly, it's a big honor being on your show, Aiden.
My pleasure. As a player who entered the NBA straight out of high school and has remained one of the league's top players and highest ever point scorer for over almost 2 whole decades, how did that first taste of NBA feel for you?
Well, it was a little overwhelming at first because at the time, I was incredibly young, just coming fresh out of high school. But this amount of attention was no different for me because even though I was in high school, coaches and teams were all racing to sign me on their NBA team.
Yeah, it can be, probably was a little overwhelming, and being such a hot prospect at such a young age can, it can ruin people's careers sometimes. So it's good that you manage the pressure properly and you know how to deal with it. You've joined many different teams over your career, but you've spent just under half of your career with the Cleveland Cavaliers, even going back to them twice. What makes them so special for you, and why do you keep going back?
The Cavaliers, they're special to me. They're where my career first started and where I was able to grow my reputation as an all-star player. The city and the fans supported me from day one, and I was really grateful for that. Every time we had a game, they would make the atmosphere so electric. I loved it. Coming back a couple years later felt like giving back to a place that shaped me to who I am today. That connection is something I'll always cherish and remember.
Yeah, when a team is that welcoming and the fans are that electric, I could see why you would want to stay there for years and years to go. You've used your massive following on social media to promote social activism and community work. How do you decide what causes to focus on? And how do you balance the demands of being one of the world's best and top basketball players, but also helping those fundraisers and even spending time with your family?
I wanted to focus on things that mattered to me personally, like education and helping kids who didn't have the opportunities I had. Using my large following and help to support these programs gives back to the communities where I grew up and learned how to be great. Of course, I always try and involve my family and teammates where I can, but at the same time, I made sure my progress as a player didn't slow down, even when I'm helping others.
Yep, finding that perfect balance of giving back to the community and growing as a basketball player to improve yourself can be a crucial part of anyone's career, really. You've adapted to your playing style over the years to stay competitive in the league as you age. Can you talk about what specific changes you've made to your game both physically and mentally to continue performing at the highest level?
As I got older, I focused on efficiency and game IQ. Knowing when to pass the ball or when to take a shot instead of doing things without much thinking has allowed me to make smarter plays with my teammates, and has kind of led me to sit down into a playmaking role. Mentally, I had to adjust too. I rely more on strategy and teamwork now than raw athleticism. That's what's allowing me to stay dominant for so long.
Well, when I look at the clips of your younger years, I see you ramming through players and slam dunking into the hoop. But now I see that you are much more calm with the ball and you think before you act, which is a great way to adjust with your age. Well, thanks LeBron for joining us in today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it.
I sure did, Aiden. Thanks again for having me.
LeBron James has shown that there are many ways to be a great leader and a great basketball player, not just on the court, but also off it. Thanks everyone for tuning into today's episode. This has been Icons of the Game. Thanks for listening.